What if invisible things made you rich while you slept? Most Americans chase houses that drain cash every single month. Physical real estate needs constant work and big upfront costs. Digital assets sit online and earn money without any labor. Picture waking up to new deposits from pure computer work. These assets are special data packages that sell themselves daily. They're also software cores that power apps for fees. No boss, no hours, no physical building to maintain ever. They use the open internet to reach buyers around the clock. Cash flows keep coming even when markets turn wild and shaky. Regular stock portfolios often sit flat while prices of food rise. Inflation quietly eats the value of money left in normal accounts. Digital assets can grow faster than those rising everyday costs. Think of your phone apps that keep working long after bedtime. The owner of the right software still collects payments overnight. Datasets update themselves and ship fresh value to paying companies. A weather data package can sell every hour to apps worldwide. A traffic pattern set helps delivery companies plan better routes daily. The creator never wakes up to check a single order form. Software kernels sit at the heart of popular tools people love. Other developers pay small fees to use that core code freely. Those tiny fees add up into thousands over quiet sleeping months. No warehouse, no trucks, no employees standing around waiting for shifts. Everything lives in the cloud and runs on pure digital power. Decentralized networks mean no single company controls the whole flow. Buyers and sellers connect directly through simple online marketplaces each day. Traditional jobs force you to trade hours for limited weekly checks. These assets break that old trade and free your future time. A teenager in Ohio can own a dataset that earns. A parent in Texas can hold software that pays every night. Everyday examples already exist inside the apps you open each morning. Music streaming platforms pay artists for songs played while owners sleep. Photo libraries sell stock images automatically to websites around the globe. Template packs for presentations generate sales without the designer lifting fingers. Code libraries shared online collect usage fees from thousands of developers. These are early versions of the stronger assets growing in 2026. Automated datasets now train themselves with fresh public information daily. They stay accurate and valuable without anyone typing new numbers by hand. Proprietary software kernels protect their unique logic while licensing pieces safely. Only the owner controls the core and decides who pays for access. The internet itself becomes the silent worker that never needs sleep. Buyers appear from every time zone and keep the money moving. Physical houses stay locked to one neighborhood and one local market. Digital assets travel everywhere and keep earning through any national slowdown. When grocery prices climb, the digital cash can climb even higher. When gas costs jump, the online income still arrives on schedule. Resilient means the money keeps flowing even when news feels scary. Most traditional portfolios freeze or drop during the same shaky periods. Imagine a simple dashboard that shows new earnings every single morning. No meetings, no clients calling, no late nights fixing broken machines. The asset itself handles the work through smart automatic rules set once. You check progress the same way you check a weather app. Step 1 is understanding that value can live fully online now. Step 2 is noticing the digital products already earning for other people. Step 3 is learning how data packages get built and sold. Clean, organized information becomes more valuable than many physical objects today. Companies pay good money for data that helps them serve customers better. Software that solves one clear problem can earn license fees forever. Think of a tool that helps small stores track inventory without stress. Stores pay monthly and the software owner receives those payments quietly. The same pattern works for scheduling tools used by busy local clinics or simple calculators that help families plan monthly budgets with ease. Once built, the software keeps serving users and collecting small, steady fees. Datasets follow a similar path but move even faster online. A fresh set of local event information can sell within minutes. Sports stats packages update after every game and reach fans instantly. Recipe collections tailored to busy American kitchens find buyers every week. All of this happens while the creator rests or spends time elsewhere. The key difference from a regular job is true time freedom. You no longer trade your only limited hours for every dollar. The asset works the hours instead and multiplies the results quietly. Inflation becomes less frightening when income grows ahead of rising prices. A steady digital stream can protect the buying power of your future. Traditional savings accounts often lose ground against the same price increases. Houses can rise in value but still demand repairs and property taxes. Digital assets skip those extra costs and stay light and flexible. They can be improved with simple updates that take only minutes. One weekend change can raise the quality and attract more buyers. The open networks keep finding new customers without expensive advertising campaigns. Search tools and recommendation systems push the best assets into view automatically. Positive results compound when the asset stays useful year after year. Early owners in past decades built quiet wealth the same simple way. Today, the tools are clearer and the reach is wider than ever. A high school student with a laptop can begin learning the basics. Community colleges and free online lessons explain the first safe steps clearly. Focus stays on understanding value rather than chasing the latest shiny trend. Real strength comes from assets that solve real problems for real people. American families already pay for convenience and clear, useful information daily. Digital assets simply capture a fair share of that everyday spending. The money arrives as clean transfers into a regular bank account. No heavy equipment, no storage units, no insurance paperwork for buildings. Everything stays portable and ready, no matter where life takes the owner. During market swings, the digital income often continues without dramatic drops. Physical properties can sit empty and still cost money every month. Software and data keep serving users even when the economy feels slow. That reliability is why these assets can outpace normal inflation over time. Picture a monthly statement that grows a little larger each quiet quarter. The growth comes from more users finding and trusting the digital product. Network effects mean each new user makes the whole asset more attractive. More users bring more data and more ideas for useful improvements. The cycle strengthens itself while the owner lives a normal American life. Weekends stay free for family instead of answering work emails at midnight. Vacations become true breaks because the assets keep earning without supervision. This freedom is the real prize beyond the simple dollar amounts. Traditional careers often demand presence at a desk or job site daily. Digital ownership removes that demand and returns control of the calendar. Young adults can build these assets before heavy life costs arrive fully. Parents can create them after the kids go to sleep each night. Retirees can hold them as a quiet extra stream beside other plans. The barrier is knowledge and patience rather than giant piles of cash. Start by watching how everyday apps already generate passive money for creators. Notice the small digital products that solve one clear, annoying problem well. Study free public examples of datasets that companies already purchase regularly. Learn the simple ways software can be protected and licensed fairly online. Practice organizing clean information that others would happily pay to access. Test tiny versions before investing serious time into larger, finished products. Track results the same careful way you track a monthly budget. Celebrate small, consistent wins instead of waiting for overnight giant success. Consistency beats speed when building assets that last for many years. The goal is steady cash that arrives whether you work or rest. Inflation protection appears naturally when the income rises with demand itself. Higher demand for useful digital tools often follows rising living costs. People look for better ways to save time and money when prices climb. Good digital assets answer that search and get rewarded for the help. The result is income that stays ahead of the same price pressure. Most stagnant portfolios cannot match that natural upward pressure over years. Houses can help, but they still require ongoing physical attention and cash. Digital assets require far less ongoing attention once the first version works. Updates stay light and can be done from any quiet corner of home. The networks themselves handle discovery and delivery without extra daily effort. This combination creates true sleep income that feels almost magical at first. Yet the magic is simply smart design meeting real human needs online. Every successful asset begins with one clear problem that bothers ordinary people. Solve that problem once, and the solution can serve thousands forever after. Datasets solve the problem of missing, clean, organized facts in one place. Software kernels solve the problem of missing reliable core tools for builders. Both types sit invisible, yet produce visible results in bank accounts monthly. The year 2026 rewards those who understand this invisible layer. Physical assets still matter, but they no longer hold the only path. Digital ownership opens a second, quieter path that works while life continues. The path feels hopeful because it does not demand trading all free time. It rewards curiosity and clear thinking more than pure physical strength. Anyone willing to learn the basics can begin exploring the possibilities today. Free resources already exist that explain the first concepts in plain words. Community groups share honest stories of small digital products that started earning. The stories often begin with one useful idea tested on a weekend. That idea grew into something that paid for itself and then more. The same pattern remains open for new people in every American town. No special city or fancy degree is required to start the journey. A laptop and a clear problem are the only true starting tools. Patience turns those tools into assets that work through the night quietly. The cash that arrives can cover rising grocery bills with less stress. It can fund small family goals without dipping into regular paycheck money. Over years, the same stream can grow into meaningful, long-term support. That support stays resilient because it is not tied to one local factory. Global digital demand continues when one region faces temporary trouble. This wide reach is one reason the income can outpace normal inflation. Traditional portfolios often move together and struggle during the same troubled months. Digital assets can keep serving their users and collecting fees through those months. The difference becomes clear when the monthly statements keep arriving on time. Peace of mind grows when money no longer depends only on one job. Sleep becomes deeper when the assets handle part of the financial load. Families gain options they never had under pure paycheck dependence alone. Young people gain time to explore interests instead of rushing into debt. Older adults gain flexibility to enjoy later years without constant money worry. The overall picture is positive and available to ordinary people who learn. Learning starts with simple questions about how value already moves online. Watching successful digital products reveals patterns that anyone can understand clearly. Those patterns point toward data and software as quiet, high-yield options. The options stay invisible to most people still focused only on houses. Looking past the physical hype reveals the digital layer already earning well. That layer grows stronger every year as more of life moves online. 2026 simply makes the layer clearer and more accessible than before. The tools for building and sharing are better and more user-friendly. The networks for finding buyers are faster and reach farther than ever. The result is a realistic path toward income that arrives during sleep. The path does not require quitting a job on the first day. It grows beside regular work until the digital side becomes strong enough. Many people keep both sides and enjoy the extra breathing room created. The extra room reduces the pressure that rising prices place on families. It turns inflation from a constant threat into a manageable background fact. Cash flows that rise with demand naturally protect purchasing power over time. That protection is the quiet power behind these invisible digital assets today. Most portfolios lack the same built-in ability to stay ahead of prices. Real estate can rise, but still carries costs that digital assets simply skip. The comparison becomes obvious once the monthly numbers sit side by side. Digital ownership wins on flexibility and on the ability to earn while resting. The win is available to anyone willing to study the simple underlying ideas. Study begins with curiosity about the apps and data already used daily. Curiosity turns into understanding, and understanding turns into first small experiments. Experiments stay small and safe until clear, useful patterns appear in results. Results that repeat become the foundation for larger and stronger digital assets. Stronger assets then generate the thousands that arrive while the owner sleeps. The cycle is positive and repeats for those who stay patient and clear. Clarity comes from focusing on real problems that American households face daily. Solving those problems with clean data or reliable software creates lasting value. Lasting value attracts steady buyers who return and recommend the asset to others. Recommendations spread through the open networks without expensive marketing budgets needed. The entire system favors useful work over loud hype or complicated schemes. Useful work done once can keep paying for years of quiet nights. That is the simple promise behind invisible digital assets in this decade. The promise is already being kept by people who started with small steps. Those people now enjoy cash flows that traditional paths rarely match so easily. New people can follow the same steps with the clearer tools available now. The tools reward careful thinking and consistent improvement more than pure luck. Careful thinking starts by ignoring the loudest voices, pushing only physical assets. Physical assets have their place, but they are no longer the only answer. Digital assets fill the gap that physical ownership leaves open for most people. Filling that gap creates resilient income that works through uncertain economic seasons. Resilient income is the real goal behind every smart, long-term money plan. The goal feels closer once the invisible digital layer becomes visible and understood. Understanding leads to action, and action leads to the first quiet earnings. Quiet earnings grow into the thousands that arrive during ordinary nights of sleep. Ordinary Americans already hold the skills needed to begin this positive journey. Everyday observation of problems and solutions is the first and most important skill. The rest of the skills can be learned step by step without pressure. Pressure-free learning keeps the process enjoyable and sustainable for busy lives. Sustainable progress is what turns a simple idea into lasting financial support. Lasting support is what lets families face the future with greater calm. Greater calm comes from knowing money can arrive even when the body rests. That knowledge changes the way people look at work and free time forever. Free time becomes truly free when part of the income no longer depends on it. The shift is powerful and available through the digital assets we have explored. These assets strip away the old limits of physical location and daily labor. They replace those limits with open networks and automatic, quiet cash flows. The replacement is already happening and will only grow clearer through 2026. Anyone watching this video now holds a clearer map than most still hold. The map points toward data packages and software cores that work while sleeping. Following the map begins with one small, curious step taken this week. That step can be as simple as studying one successful digital product closely. Close study reveals the patterns that turn ordinary ideas into earning assets. Those patterns are the real foundation of the income that arrives at night. Remember the foundation, and the future cash flows become far less mysterious. Summary time. Invisible digital assets earn while owners sleep through automatic online work. They use open networks to reach buyers and skip traditional labor completely. Clean data sets and protected software cores form the two strongest current types. Both types create resilient streams that can grow faster than rising prices. Everyday Americans can understand and explore these assets with patience and clear focus. Start noticing the digital value already moving around you every single day. Subscribe now, share this with a friend, and begin your own quiet research tonight.